got 3 pounds of venison and 2 pounds of pork. We're going to make 5 pound total of venison snack sticks. Okay, we were running on the coarse blade there, or disc, and now we're going to switch it out, and I'm going to go to the medium disc, and we're going to run it back through again for a second time. Speeding things up here. This is Backwoods seasoning, they're original. It has your seasoning in it and your cure. Now this meat is cold. It's hurting my fingers that it's so cold. I should have put some insulators on before I put the gloves, rubber gloves on, but I didn't. But in it, it's really cold. And I should have mixed the seasoning up. The way you're supposed to do it is mix the seasoning and the cure all together in water. And for, I believe it's for, at 5 pounds, you use 5 ounces of water. And you pour it in there. Well, I just pour the seasoning on it and mix that in. And it starts getting pretty tacky. And then I take and mix the cure with the water, and then I pour it in there. I pour 5 ounces of water on that. This is the cure. It comes with the seasoning. It's enough to do 5 pounds. And I have my 5 ounces of water, and I'm going to dump the whole packet in there of that cure. Cure calls for 1/4 teaspoon of cure per pound of meat. Mix this and get it all dissolved really good. Now we're going to pour about half of this on that meat, and we're going to work it, and then we'll pour the rest of it in here in a little bit. Okay, we get this all mixed up good and get it all combined and incorporated real well. Now that'll be able to stick to your hands, and without falling off, you know it's good. Good to go. Okay, we got our stuffer set up there and making a little ball. I'm going to try to throw that down in that one area, but I end up just pushing it in. So I kind of toss them in there and make the balls and toss them in there. Now I had 5 pounds, and it held every bit of it and had room for more, and this is supposed to be a 7-pound stuffer. So evidently it is. Okay, we got 5 pounds into the stuffer, and we're ready to fill them casings. Now I'm using 19mm collagen casings, and this is a 16mm tube. We'll feed this onto the tube, get it loaded, and then we'll just take scissors and cut it off there at the end and start filling them casings. Still need to get used to what pressure to hold on these casings to fill them properly. They feel pretty good, really. They did well, and but to stuff them a little tighter than what I did. But I don't want to bust the casing either. So, but they turned out really good. I believe I'm going to try the 21mm collagen casings next time. A little bit larger snack stick. reload the casing onto the tube, and then crank it out until we finish up the 5 pounds. The cutting board oil in the back is mineral oil, food safe mineral oil, used to treat wooden cutting boards, and I also use it to lube the parts on my sausage stuffer. Okay, my smoker wasn't quite as tall inside as I thought it was, so I had to cut some of these long ones in half and then drape them over so it would work. But anyways, everything turned out good. I'm gonna have to do something to keep everything consistent, make them look more uniform, I guess. It really doesn't matter since I'm the only one in my family that's the only one eating them. Just want them to look better, I guess. Okay, after we stuffed them, we put them into the refrigerator overnight, and then the next day we bring them out to the smoker. So I went to the lumber yard and bought a dowel. Cut it, I believe it was 22 1/4 inches, 21 or 22 1/4 inches long, and I fixed it where it would fit right into the grooves. So I loaded it in the house, bring it out, just slide it in, and it turned out really good. You can see that I've understuffed some of it, but hey, we'll get better later, hopefully. Anyways, these really came along great. I put one probe into the snack sticks, and I've got another probe I put into the meat that was in the elbow and the tube that was left, so made it into a small summer sausage. This has been a really good system, this temperature, meat temperature, with 6 meat probes. Works good. It connects to my iPhone. I purchased this, well, right after I got my smoker, I purchased it, and I really like it. Okay, we have it set to smoke, and it runs between 115 and 125 degrees on smoke. And that's where we'll be running it the first hour and a half. Okay, we're at the 1.5 hour mark, and we're going to kick it up to 150 and go for another hour and a half. Okay, the smoker temperature is at 125. We just set it to 150. Okay, that's another hour and a half. At 150, now we need to set it to 175 for another hour and a half. Cabin temperature is 155, and we kicked it on up to 175. Man, they're looking better each and every time. Looking good. Now I think we move it on up to 200 degrees. Okay, we set it to 200 degrees, and that's where we need to keep it until we hit an internal temperature of 165. Okay, they're ready to come off of here. We'll get this probe out of here, pull the rack off, and take them in the house and put them in a cold water bath to stop the cooking process. Now this just slide out, simple as that. Cold water bath to stop the cooking process. We cut them up, and of course I had to taste it as I go along, but anyways, we vacuum seal them, put them in the freezer. Got 5 pounds of venison snack sticks. Hey, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I hope you consider subscribing. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for returning and your support. I want to thank each and every one for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful new year. Hey, if you're interested in one of those other movies that popped up on the screen there, click on it and I'll meet you there.